कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति परां गतिम् यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् औष्मतीकृतवाराशिं मशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायणमहामाला रत्नं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशम् अक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वादात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारी परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमद राक्षसान्तकम् वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनादिभुवनं पुण्या रामायणमहानदी वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीय गुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलम् सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। 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 ओम
Om
श्री
Shri
चिन्मय
Chinmaya
सद्गुरवे
Sadgurave
नमः।
Namaha.
ओम
Om
श्री
Shri
चिन्मय
Chinmaya
सद्गुरवे
Sadgurave
नमः।
Namaha.
ओम
Om Shri
चिन्मय
Chinmaya
सद्गुरवे
Sadgurave
नमः।
Namaha.
ओम
Om Shri
चिन्मय
Chinmaya
सद्गुरवे
Sadgurave
नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। A intense war, let's call it as the duel, takes place between Indrajit and Vayukumaraha Hanuman. Even though Indrajit, the name itself shows one who has conquered the Indriyas. Not really so, because after all, he's born of Ravana. But he had conquered the senses to only obtain siddhis, so to say. As I said yesterday, siddhi or tapashakti can be obtained by anyone who need not have to be noble. One person said, when I grew up, my father had said, anybody can become president of this country. I did not believe that. Now I do believe. To be a president of a country, It is not necessary that one has to be a noble, ethical person. He needs money and support. So, the same way, a person of self-discipline does not necessarily mean a noble person. Hitler was a very great self-disciplinarian. And what was his intent? That's different. So Indrajit had the power of tapas, because of which he was able to even control and use Brahmastra. And Hanumanji was not fully aware of this, but he started to look at the way Indrajit handling the missiles. He comes to realize this. He's not a normal person. Here, Akshay itself was so good, his younger brother. And Indrajit is known to be the most powerful son of Ravana. So obviously, he noticed it. So we start from verse number 26. Tatas sametavati tikshna
ततः समेतावति तीक्ष्णवेगौ
Mahabalau tau rana nirvishankau
महाबलौ तौ रणनिर्विशङ्कौ
kapischa rakshodipatestanujah
कपिश्च रक्षोऽधिपते तेस्तनूजः
surasurendra vivavattavairau
सुरासुरेन्द्राविव बद्धवैरौ
tatasya virasya maharatasya
ततस्य वीरस्य महारथस्य
dhanushpadas samyati sambhadasya
धनुष्मतः संयति सम्मतस्य
शरप्रवेगं व्यहनत् प्रवृद्धः
शरप्रवेगं व्यहनत् प्रवृद्धः
चचार मार्गे पितुरप्रमेयः
चचारमार्गे पितुरप्रमेयः
ततश्शरानायत तीक्ष्णशल्यान्
ततः शरानायत तीक्ष्णशल्यान्
सुपत्रिणः काञ्चन चित्रपुङ्गान्
सुपत्रिणः काञ्चन चित्रपुङ्गान्
मुमोच वीरः परवीरहन्ता
मुमोच वीरः परवीरहन्ता
सन्ततान् वज्रसमानवेगान्
सन्ततान् वज्रसमानवेगान्
Tataha thereafter Sametau, in the coming together of the combat, Atitikshna Vegau, both of them having a supreme kind of speed in which they started to fight. Mahabalau Tau, both of them are mighty strong. Rana Nirvishankau, Vishanka means those who have fear. Rana Nirvishankau, with no fear at all, fearlessly. Kapischa, that is Hanuman. Rakshaha Adipatehe Tanujaha, and Raksha Adipatehe Ravanasya Tanujaha. Son. Sura Asurendrau Iva. Like that of the Sura, Devatas and Asurendras, Asuranam Indraha Iva. Baddha Vairau, both of them mutually inimical to each other. Sorry. Sa tasya virasya maharatasya dhanushmataha samyati samatasya. So he, seeing this ability of Hanumanji, seeing the ability of Dhanushmataha, one who is wielding the bow, Samyati Yudhi, in the war, very efficient. Sorry, something. Yeah. Sharapravegam Vyahanat. He was able to withstand the flow of arrows that were coming on. Pravruddha Chara Sachara Sachachara. He was able to dodge it by moving about in the air. Pituraprameya Marge. And that is the Vayu Marge. So Vayu Marge, which is incomparable, and that he was able to move about without getting really dodged, without getting hurt by the arrows continuously that was coming. Tataha thereafter, of course, knowing this ability of Hanuman to dodge the arrows, so Indrajit was very aware of this. He used varieties of arrows, Sharanayata Tikshna Shalyan, holding on to the arrows that are of very sharp edged Tikshna Shalyan, Supatrinaha, with the wings, Kanchana Chitra Pungan, with having the golden feathers, Viraha Paravirahanta Viraha Mumocha. He, the one who can conquer his enemies very easily. Susantatan, and one after another, continuously. Vajra Samana Vegan, equal to that of Vajra, thunderbolt of Indra. Each one of them were so powerful, and he was releasing one after another without a delay, successively. You might have seen some of the movies. As though they are, it's like a machine gun. When they are without a break, they can shoot. Nowadays it's all machinery. It's not even individual. One you press, it continuously goes without a break. So imagine those times they were not using any mechanical device. They have to, it should be in such a way that it's available to them, the quiver, and then continuously using and throwing, using and taking and yoking. They have to do so fast. They have to take, yoke, bridge, stretch, and then the bow has to, and keep their focus again on the target itself. Continuing here, Tatasya tasyandanas nisvanam cha
ततस्तस्यन्दन निस्वनः च
Vrindangabheri patahasvanam cha
मृदङ्गभेरीपटः स्वनं च
Nikrishyamanasya chakarmukasya
विकृष्यमाणस्य चकारमुकस्य
Shamyagosham punarutpadpada
निशम्य घोषं पुनरुत्पात
Sharanamantare
शराणामन्तरेष्वासुषु
Vyavartata mahakapihi
व्यावर्तत महाकपिः
Aristasyabilakshasya
हरिस्तस्याभिलक्ष्यस्य
Mokshayan lakshasangraham
मोक्षयन् लक्ष्यसङ्ग्रहम्
Sharanam agradastasya
शराणाम् अग्रतस्तस्य
Punas samabhivartata
पुनः समभिवर्तत
Prasaryam hastau Hanuman.
प्रसार्यं हस्तौ हनुमान्
Sarya, Utpapadanilatmajah
उत्पपातानिलात्मजः
Tavuvau Vegasampannau
तावुभौ वेगसम्पन्नौ
Ranakarma Visharadau
रणकर्मविशारदौ
Sarvabhutamanograhi
सर्वभूतमनोग्राही
Chakraturyuddhamuttamam.
चक्रतुर्युद्धमुत्तमम्
Tataha, thereafter Saha Hanuman Tats tat syandanam nisvanam cha. And not only the war has this intense fight, but other enormous violent sounds also, noise, so to say. Syandana nisvanam. Syandana is rata. Ratasya nisvanam. The sound of the chariot which is circling around, and also cheerleaders. In the whether it's a basketball, football, nowadays in the cricket also, they have these cheerleaders, cheering you up so that you won't get tired. So there are people who are not fighters, but they are players of instruments. Mridanga, Beri, Bata, Swanamcha. They were playing the kettle drums, war drums, tom-toms, it's written. Mridanga. All these are also making noise there. Vikrishyamanasya cha karmukasya. Also the twang, the sound of the pulling the string of the bow, that also making sound. Nishamya, listening to that, Gosham Nishamya, Punarutpapada. Hanumanji, he moved further up, meaning they're listening to the sound, he again rose up in the sky. Sharanam antareshu ashu vyavartada mahakavihi. He circled around and dodged again all the arrows that were coming to him. Harihi tasya abhilakshyasya mokshayan lakshya sangraham. And the Harihi asya abhilakshyasya, he the one who is, that is Indrajit, who is very, very focused upon his target, and he is continuously hitting on his target without fail. Mokshayan lakshya sangraham. Very much being upon the target where he is focused on. Sharanam agradastasya. Keeping his focus as well as tasya, of the one who is very much standing in front of him. Punaha samyak abhivartata. Again he came to stand in front of him as such. And prasarya hastau Hanuman utpapad. So, somebody else is talking. I am the only person allowed to talk. Side talk is going on, maybe. So, Hanuman utpapad, anilatmadana. Again, he moved above. See, he has, the wind has got 49 kinds of wind are spoken, as you know. Vayu has got 49 different names. It can go up, it can go down, it can go to the side, it can go to the left side, right side, above, below, front, back, in all the 10 directions. And it can even circle around. It can go up, moving about, and going down, moving down. Right? It can be complete force. It can be a breeze. It can be a storm. That is why in a language like Tamil, every such movement has got a name. Like Sanskrit also has got a name for all the 49 movements of wind. So, being the son of wind god, it is impossible for anyone to hold him back. That is why it's called Anila. Anila means no place. It cannot stay in one place. It would continuously move. So, Hanuman Utpapada Anilatmajaha. So, Tau Ubo Vega Sampannau, those two of them, both Hanuman and Indrajit, Vega Sampannau, endowed with great speed. Indrajit is also speed, in having the speed in his ability to release the arrows. At the same time, Hanumanji also has equal speed to move about and dodge. Rana Karma Visharadao, both of them are experts in the warfare. Sarvabhuta Manograhi, and they have captured the mind of all people who are watching. Yuddham Uttamam Chakratuhu. Both of them did the best of the ability in the war. So, apart from Rama Ravana war or the combat, this is considered to be one of the best. Hanumanji and Indrajit. They both have really fought very intensely. Continuing, Hanumato Vedana Rakshasandram
हनुमतो वेदन राक्षसोऽन्तरम्
Namarutistasya Mahatmanantram Taram
न मारुतिस्तस्य महात्मनोऽन्तरम्
Parasparam Nirvishahau Babhuvatuhu
परस्परं निर्विशः बभूवतुः
Sametyato Deva Samana Vikramau
समेत्य तौ देव समानविक्रमौ
Tatastu Lakshe Sa Nihanyamane
ततस्तु लक्ष्ये सः विहन्यमाने
Tareshva Mogeshu Cha Sampadatsu
चरेष्वमोघेषु च सम्पतस्तु
Jagama Chintam Mahatim Mahatma
जगाम चिन्तां महतीं महात्मा
Samadhi Samyoga Samahitatma
समाधिसंयोगसमाहितात्मा
Tato Madim Rakshasarajasunuhu
ततो मतिं राक्षसराजसूनुं
Chakara Tasmin Harivira Mukhe
चकार तस्मिन् हरिवीरमुखे
Avadhyadam Tasya Kape Samikshya
अवद्यतां तस्य कपे समीक्ष
Kadam Nigaccheti Nigrahartam
कथं निगच्छेदिति निग्रहार्थम्
Rakshasaha Antaram Hanumataha Naveda. Antaram means opportunity here. Antara also means difference, distance, Veda. But here it should mean Antara means opportunity. So Rakshasaha Antaram Anumataha Naveda. Rakshasaha Anumataha Antaram Naveda. Here the Rakshasa, that is Indrajit, does not know that opportunity to attack with no other meaning. Antara means which is the correct way to attack Hanuman. And na marutihi mahatasya mahatmanaha antaram na. Hanuman also does not know how to really overcome finally. Of course, he is dodging the arrows, but unlike Aksha or any others who came before, how do I end him? How do I finish him? This also he does not know. The combat was going on for a long time, and both of them are not tired. Now, that way, it is difficult for bringing an end to this entire war. Parasparam nirvishahau. Both of them are mutually unbearing. They are not, nobody is giving up, nobody is conceding. Babhuvatahu sametyatau deva samana vikramau. Both of them are endowed with so much of divine powers. It is an old revenge. Old revenge. Remember Hanuman, when he was young, he had swallowed the sun. At that time, obviously, he brought darkness everywhere. And so Indra was very upset, and he went and attacked him with his Vajra. That's why he got split there. So Vayu got very upset about that. You attacked my son. So he withdrew all the air from the whole universe. So then all the living beings started to suffer without air. At that point, all the devatas went to him, representatives of the way, the people in the world, and to themselves also. And then pleaded to Indra, so do something. So Indra went to Vayu and said, sorry, I did this to your son. So Vayu said, you should not have done that. But your son should not have done that. He said, yeah, out of innocence he did that. For that you punished him with attacking him. That is not right. Okay, what is the compensation? He said he should have a strength of devatas, all strength of the devatas. So everybody blessed him. Agni blessed him. That's why he was not able to be burnt by his own tail when it is put on fire. Vayu blessed him, obviously it is his son. So all the devatas blessed him that he will not be affected by any of the elements. That's why he is a Chiranjeevi also. Bhagavan himself has given. So he is not be killed. He cannot be destroyed at all. There is nobody in the Brahma's creation that was given this kind of ability, except few of them blessed by the Lord. But he had the blessings of all gods. And Indrajit also said, your body will be made of Vajra. What else? Your body will be Vajra. So it's not your body itself is a Vajrayuta. So nobody can do anything about it. So this is one side. The other side, Indrajit. So Indrajit had one Indra itself, Indra being the god, the king of all gods. So all the Devatas are to oblige to Indrajit. So Indra is thinking about how do I somehow bring Hanuman down. Because he made a mistake and then somehow he gave the blessing, but at the same time he is a little upset about Vayu, what he has done. So this way, Indrajit working through Indra working through Indrajit as though compelled to also, because Ravana is putting everybody into action. So and Vayu again once more facing Indra. So this way, both of them, Deva Samana Vikramao, both of them are very powerful. Nobody can do anything to end this war. Parasparam Nirvishao, as we saw. Tadastu Lakshye Sa Vighanyamane Sareshu Mogeshu Cha Sampadatsu. So then the Indrajit started to think, even though my target is very clear, Lakshye Vihanyamane, not being hurt by my own arrows, Sareshu Mogeshu Cha Sampadatsu, being releasing continuously, I am efficiently releasing them, Tatahattu, so Jagama Chinta Mahati Mahatma. That Indrajit started to wonder, what do I do? And he is not a normal man. Samadhi Sanyoga Samahita Atma. He is so focused, Samahita, Samadhi focused, Samyoga in engaging in the war or in using the weaponry, Samahidatma, very efficient. So Rakshasa Raja Sunuhu, Indrajit, Madim Tataha Chakara, he started to come to the conclusion. Tasmin Harivira Mukhye, about this best of the warrior, monkey warrior. Tasya kabehe avadyatam samikshya. Clearly seeing samikshya, what? Kabehe avadyatam. He cannot be killed. That is very clear. I cannot really kill him. So kadam nigachet iti. nigrahartam. Now, how do I capture him now? Now I cannot kill him, I have to capture him, I have to make him get bound. Katam nigrahartam nigachet. How do I create a situation where he can be imprisoned? Now, obviously, he has got Brahmastra, so he didn't want to use it at the first. So that is one thing which I can use, but he had very carefully kept it aside because that's a last resort. So one man said to his friend, my wife considers my company to be very good always. Oh, yeah, because she said, I'm the last resort. So, in choosing the people, I'm the last resort. So, resort also means a place of vacation. But here, last resort means this is the last, what do you call that? Last straw on the pile. That is the only thing can be used. So, here he decided, Tatapaitam Tatapaitamaham Viraha
ततः पैतामहं वीरः
Sostramastra Varaha
सोऽस्त्रमस्त्रविदाम्बरः
Sandate Sumahatejaha
सन्दधे सुमहातेजाः
Tam Hari Pravaram Prati
तं हरिप्रवरं प्रति
Avadyoyamiti Jnatva
अवध्योऽयमिति ज्ञात्वा
Samastrenastra Tattvavit
तमस्त्रेणास्त्रतत्त्ववित्
Jagraha Mahabahum
निजग्राह महाबाहुम्
Marutatmajam Indrajit
मारुतात्मजम् इन्द्रजित्
Tena Baddhastaha Astrena
तेन बद्धस्तः अस्त्रेण
Rakshasena Savanaraha
राक्षसेन स वानरः
Abhavan Nirvicheshtascha
अभवन्निर्विचेष्टश्च
Papata cha Mahitale.
पपात च महीतले
Tataha thereafter Paitamaham Sandate. Paitamaham means Pitamahena Dattam. Pitamaha Brahma. Brahmana Dattam Paitamaham. Saha Viraha Astram Paitamaham Astram Astravidambaraha Saha. He, the one who is the best of the archer, Paitamaham Astram, that is Brahmastra, Sandate, he yoked into the bow. Sumahatejaha, that is Sandrajit, Tam Haripravaram Prati, towards the monkey chief. I mean, yeah, best of the monkeys. He focused on him. How? Avadyaha ayam iti jnatva, knowing well that no other way he can be killed. Tam astrena, he cannot kill him with that word also. This is another important boon which Brahmastra is usually used to kill people. But with that Brahmastra also, Hanumanji cannot be killed. He can only be bound. Tam astrena avadyam iti jnatva astratatvavit mahabahum nijagraha. He decided to capture him. Marutatmajam Indrajit. Marutatmajam nijagraha. He started to bind him. Tena baddaha, by that Brahmastrena baddaha, ataha, astrena baddaha, tataha, vanaraha rakshasena astrena baddaha. He, the one who is now bound by the Brahmastra, Nirvicheshtaha abhavat. Now he cannot move. So it is like, the nowadays the what is that? The police officers use that one kind of some device. When they use that, all the faculties will stop, meaning all the movements will stop, arrest the movement. I don't know what they call that as. So they use that
Sir.
to capture and make sure that the fellow doesn't run anymore.
Taser gun, Swamiji. Taser.
Right? What is that?
Taser.
Taser.
T-A-S-E-R. Taser.
Taser. Taser. Okay. T-E-S-A-R. So mahitale papadasa. Nirvicheshtaha papada. So when the body is bound and he cannot move, he fell down on the floor. Tadaha avaha badwa saha tat astrabandam, having been bound by that very Brahmastra, Vigata Alpavegaha, being not able to move anymore, Prabhoho Prabhavat. Prabhoho, that is Brahmanoho, Brahmanaha Prabhavat. It is the power of Brahma that is now working on me. And Prapitamaha Anugraham Atmanascha Vichintya Chintayamasa Ari Praviraha. He now started to think. So, first thing is, I am not killed by Brahmastra. That is the Anugraha of Brahma. And at the same time, I have to be respectful to the power of Brahma, Astra. Because when Brahmastra is given to Indrajit with an intent to do what it has to do, I cannot overpower that. I must obey to the power of Brahma. This is one thing. The second thing is, I want to see Ravana. And this is the only way I can do that. So therefore, tadasvayambuvai mantravair tadasvayambuvai mantraihi
ततस्वायम्भुवैर्मन्त्रैः
Brahmastram chabi mantritam
ब्रह्मास्त्रं चाभिमन्त्रितम्
Anuman chintayamasa
हनुमान् चिन्तयामास
Varadanam pitamahat
वरदानं पितामहात्
Namesya bandasya cha shaktirasti
रमेस्य बन्धस्य च शक्तिरस्ति
Vimokshane loka guru prabhavat
विमोक्षणे लोकगुरो प्रभावात्
Ityevamevam vihitostra
इत्येवमेवं विहितोऽस्त्रबन्धो
Mayatma yone anuvartitavyah
मय्यात्मयोनेरनुवर्तितव्यः
Tataha Swayambuvaihi Mantraihi Brahmastram cha mantritam Abhimantritam. It is being given that power with the mantra. And whose mantra? Swayambuvaihi mantraihi. Swayambhu is Brahma. So Swayam Bhavati idi Swayambhu. And Swayambhuvaihi mantraihi, that was given by Swayambhu. Swayambhuvaihi mantraihi Astram, Brahmastram, Abhimantritam. And it was used by Indrajit with the mantra. Of course, it doesn't work otherwise. Actually, it is not a real physical, what you call, a rope or anything. As I said, that like the taser, when it is hit, you will not see that person bound by any rope. It is arresting the movements And to today's world, it is a physical equipment. During those time, it is a mantra. So the release of that mantra, utterance of the mantra itself is sufficient for arresting the person in front. So that is the power of the mantra that is given to Indrajit. So Hanuman chintayamasa pitamahat varadanam. He is started to think about the boon that was given to him. What is the boon that was given to? First thing, it cannot really, if any weak person, that mantra which is uttered by Indrajit would have killed him straight away. But he cannot be killed. At the same time, secretly, that is given to only Hanuman by Brahma himself, when he was, as I said, that so many people gave so many different boons to Hanuman. Vayu gave that power of himself to him. Indrajit gave the body itself becoming a Vajra, and Agni said, I will not ever burn you, etc. Brahmaji gave him this mantra, this power, that if at all anybody attacks you with the Brahmastra, in others' case, unless the person who actually uttered the mantra utters the antidote, it will not, first of all, he will be killed. But if he is using it for binding, that bondage will be removed only by the person who has actually used it. But in your case, he gave the boon to him. Within an hour, it will become useless. Only 1 hour power heat, the binding of by Brahmastra is on you. After that, you will be released. It is like anesthesia. No? It is the anesthesia. There are two kinds of anesthesia. One, which I was told, one it will recede by itself within an hour. It's like a painkiller, etc. Also, so to say, it will have an effect. They have no sustained action. Sustained release. Slowly, it will bind you. And after that, after some time, it will have no power. It will just disappear. Here also, like in other anesthesias, the person who puts the medicine has to put an antidote to remove that also. Otherwise, that fellow will be gone. So here, this Brahmastra also has only 1 hour ability to hold you back. After that, it doesn't. One more is there. That is natural to everyone. That will come little later. So therefore he says, Pitamahat Varadanam. It is given to him that 1 hour only it will work. Name asya bandasya shaktirasti vimokshane. I do not have on my own ability to get out of this powerful bondage created. Lokagroho prabhavat. And myself I cannot, but I can get released within an hour. Iti eva me aham vihitaha. Thus, having understood this, astra bandaha, being caught in the bondage of Brahmastra, maya atmayonehe astra bandaha. Atmayoni is Brahma. Atmanam yonihi. Atmanaha yonihi. And Bhuta Yoni. Bhuta Yoni means the one who is the very originator of all living beings. Atma Yonehe Astra Bantaha Maya Anuvartitavyaha. Therefore, I have to allow, obey, and accept the power of this, the mantra. So he kept quiet without doing anything. Now, Indrajit was feeling very delighted, and finally, what nobody could do, I did that. Saviryamastrasya kapir vicharya.
Saviryamastrasya kapir vicharya.
Pitamahanugrahamatmanascha.
पितामहानुग्रहमात्मनश्च
विमोक्षशक्तिं परिचिन्तयित्वा
विमोक्षशक्तिं परिचिन्तयित्वा
पितामहाज्ञानं पितामहाज्ञामनुवर्तते स्म।
पितामहाज्ञामनुवर्तते स्म।
अस्त्रेणाभिबद्धस्य
अस्त्रेणापि हि बद्धस्य
भयं मम न जायते।
भयं मम न जायते।
पितामहमहेन्द्राभ्याम्
पितामहमहेन्द्राभ्याम्
रक्षितस्यानिलेन च
रक्षितस्यानिलेन च
ग्रहणे चाभिरक्षोभिः
ग्रहणे चापि रक्षोभिः
महन्मे गुणदर्शनम्
महन्मे गुणदर्शनम्।
राक्षसेन्द्रेण संवादः
राक्षसेन्द्रेण संवादः
तस्मात् गृह्णन्तु मां परे
तस्मात् गृह्णन्तु मां परे
सनिश्चितार्थः परवीरहन्ता
सनिश्चितार्थः परवीरहन्ता
समीक्षकारी विनिवृत्तचेष्टः
समीक्षकारी विनिवृत्तचेष्टः
परैप्रसह्याभिगतैर्निगृह्य
परैप्रहस्याभिगतैर्निगृह्य
ननादस्तैस्तैर्परिमर्स्यमानः
ननादतैस्तैः परिभर्त्यहमानः।
अस्त्रस्य कपिः अस्त्रस्य पितामह अनुग्रहात्मनश्च वीर्यं विचार्य, understanding the power of, again the repeat of the previous statement only, understanding the power of Pitamaha over about this the Brahmastra, as well as the blessing that is given to him for that he would be released within an hour. Vimoksha Shaktim Parichintayitva, that is the ability to come out of it within an hour, that is having thought. Pitamaha Ajñam Anuvartate, he obeyed to the command of the Pitamaha. Then, and at the same time, obviously, within an hour I will get released. This he is aware of. He's not talking to anyone, he's not moving about, he's arrested and thinking. So, what is he thinking? Mam astrena api, even with this kind of a missile, baddasya mama, pitamaha mahendrabhyam rakshitasya anilena cha, because of me the one who is blessed by Pitamaha Mahendrabhyam, by the Indra, and of the Rakshitasya Anilena, that my father also. So Pitamaha Mahendrabhyam Anilena Rakshitasya Mama Bhayam na jayate. There is no fear at all for me. So these are all the blessings he has received earlier itself. Rakshobhihi grihane chapi mahatme gunadarshanam, as even I am being captured by these Rakshasas, Surendra Gunadarshanam, he was Ravana Darshanam of Ravana's interview or the seeing of Ravana. Rakshasendrena Samvadaha, also a conversation with him. Tasmat Grahantu Mam Pare. May, therefore, I will allow, let them capture me and take it. Grihnantu Mam Tasmat Pare Rigrihnantu Mam. Let them all capture me and take it. I mean, I'm not going to do anything about it. Sa Nischita Artaha Paravirahanta Samikshakari Vinivritta Cheshtaha. He, having stopped all his activities, having determined this way, one who is capable of destroying others, Paravirahanta, but this way Nishitarthaha, Paraihi prasahyabihi prasakyabi gater nigrihya. So he who has been overpowered by others, by all the other Rakshasas who are supporting Indrajit, Paraha, Paraihi, Prasahyabihi, overpowered by them, Gatehi Nigrihya, Taitaihi, Parabihi, Paribarsyamanaha, being reproached as though continuously by them. Then now they have got, this is the time all of them have started to make fun of him, because they have continuously being attacked by him, and then being made them look miserable. Now by them they are there, he's being mocked at, laughed at, and all that they were doing, and he allowed it to happen because his intent is, these are all, again, anytime I can take care, but I want to meet Ravana. For this I will bear all these insults that are being done. Tataste rakshasa drishtva
ततस्ते राक्षसा दृष्ट्वा
विनिश्चेष्टमरिन्दमम्
विनिश्चेष्टमरिन्दमम्
बबन्धुषणवल्कैश्च
बबन्धुषणवल्कैश्च
द्रुमचीरैश्च संहतैः
द्रुमचीरैश्च संहतैः
सरोजयामास परैश्च बन्धम्
सरोजयामास परैश्च बन्धम्
प्रसह्य सहस्रवीरैरभिगर्हणम् च
प्रसह्य वीरैरभिगर्हणम् च
कौतूहलान् मां यदि राक्षसेन्द्रो
कौतूहलान् मां यदि राक्षसेन्द्रो
द्रष्टुं व्यवस्येदिति निश्चितार्थः
द्रष्टुं व्यवस्येदिति निश्चितार्थः
सबद्धस्तेन बल्केन
सबद्धस्तेन बल्केन
विमुक्तोऽस्त्रेण वीर्यवान्
विमुक्तोऽस्त्रेण वीर्यवान्
अस्त्रबन्धः स चान्यं हि
अस्त्रबन्धस्य चान्यं हि
न बन्धुम् अनुवर्तते
न बन्धम्
अनुवर्तते
न बन्धम् अनुवर्तते
ततः ते राक्षसाः विनिश्चेष्टमरिन्दमं दृष्ट्वा, seeing that this monkey is no more, I mean, they probably did not know that Indrajit had used the Brahmastra. Perhaps they all thought that that's why I said it is not physically bound, it's not, he is physically bound, but he is seen to be motionless. So they, all of them, those Rakshasaha, Vinicheshtamarindamam Drishtva, seeing him not moving at all, what they did was, they took the bark of a tree and the ropes made out of the tree barks. Bavandhuhu, they started to bind him, Shanabalkaischa, Drumachiraischa, Samhataihi, very tightly. They started binding him with literally physical rope and the barks of a tree. And Bandham Paraischa sa Rochayamas. He liked that. Now, very good. These fellows are now binding him, and that definitely they are not going to kill me now at this point, which is to say that I am going to be taken to Ravana. So, Prasahya, pairing all of them, Viraihi Abhigarhanam cha, even their own chiding and then all the various mockery that they were doing. Yadi Rakshasendraha drashtum kautuhulan mam drashtum. If in case that Ravana is very curious to meet me, mam drashtum kautuhalat mam drashtum yadi Rakshasendraha Vyavasyed, he decides iti nishchitartha. So there is inquisitiveness on the part of Ravana to meet me. Let that happen. That's what he thought. Now, that's why he was bearing all that insults, etc. Now, interesting point is, this Brahmastra, by itself, 1 hour away, it will release itself. That he knows. Also, if he is bound by anything else, it will release. It will become useless if anybody tries to bind him with anything else. So, that's why sabaddaha tena balkena astrena viryavan vimuktaha. He become released from the astra when he was bound by balka, that is the bark of a tree. Astrabantaha cha anyam hi na bandhum anuvartate. This bondage created by the Brahmastra cannot coexist with all other bondages. And this is a very interesting philosophical point. Bondage created by samsara is in everyone. But in the case of Mahatmas who have released themselves from the samsara bandhanam, can be bound by only prarabdha. Prarabdha alone is what is binding a Mahatma to remain in this world. Both samsara bandhanam and prarabdha bandhan, in the case of a Mahatma, doesn't work. When the knowledge takes place, at once he is released. But then, for a short period of time, he will be bound by the prarabdha until the body is ready to leave. So interestingly, a Mahatma obviously knows my time is very, very short. Short in the sense, not short in terms of duration. Short in terms of, so long as the prarabdha is there, alone my existence in this world, and there is no more continuation of it beyond this. Not only that, in the case of all ignorant people, when the prarabdha comes in very many different ways to affect us, we try to fight it. We try to not to get overwhelmed by the prarabdha, and we try many, many ways to come out of it. And therefore, prarabdha extends. If you understand, if I postpone a problem, the problem will come to me after some time. It's not going to go away. So I may have a false thinking that I have overcome it. But prarabdha will not go until it is completed its job. So a person who has gained this correct knowledge, he will not fight the prarabdha. Prarabdhaya samarpitam swabhabuhu. Manisha Panchagam says, swabhabuhu samarpitam. He has accepted the prarabdha. We don't accept the prarabdha. That's our problem. So he accepted it. Hanumanji accepted it. He said, yeah, okay, let it be so. He did not fight it out. And he knows it will go away. Right? Within an hour it will go away. So there is symbolically to say that he knows that it will go away. I don't need to do anything about it. And the world tries to bind him with all various other responsibilities and other things. Interesting thing is, here is the beauty of it. the more people would try to hold him, the more he will get released. Because the prarabdha will transfer to them. But this is what Tattvabodha says. Is it not? If you read, the actions of a Mahatma, if it is good, will also go to those people who praise him. The actions of a Mahatma, prarabdha karma of a Mahatma, will get transferred to those who punish, who try to, they kind of criticize him, ridicule him. That is given in Tattvabodha, you know that. So what happens to his prarabdha? His prarabdha gets reduced and passed on to the others. This is what happened there. They tried to bind him. What happened? Within an hour it has to go. It went much before that also. Why? Because you made a mistake. What? You tried to bind me, and that what will happen is I'll get released faster. So this is a very interesting philosophical standpoint, or the dimension of it. So Hanumanji, without making any effort, not even waiting for an hour, he's released. But another dimension of this story is, even though he is physically bound now by the bark of a tree and all other things, he could easily come out of it. Within no time, he would just to flex his muscles, that's all, it will all break. But he did not do it. This is another beauty of the Mahatmas. Even as they were tulya nindastutir mauni santushto yena kenachit. Nindastuti biho, ninda biho, tulya hai. And mauni just keeps quiet. He can, but he won't. So, santushta, he is happy. Sarochayamascha, that's what it says. Sarochayamasa parescha bandham. He started to enjoy this. Okay. My intent is to meet Ravana. Okay, let it happen. So, even though he can release, and Indrajit comes to know this, these fellows have made a mistake, you fellows. Why did you bind him? I have already done it. You will see that tomorrow.
अगणित गुणगण भूषण राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम अयोध्यवासी सीताराम आवत् बांधव जय जय राम दशरथ नंदन श्रीराम दशमुख मर्दन जय जय राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम कामित फलदा जय जय राम पाप विमोचन श्रीराम पट्टाभिराम जय जय राम जानकी जीवन सीताराम जय रघुराम जय सिया राम वानर सेवित श्रीराम वारिधि बंतन जय जय राम हनुमत पूजित सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज